Naham Karta Harikarta. Namaskaram everyone. This is Vishwaksen and welcome to Vaka Talks, where we talk about mental health and emotional well-being in different kinds of relationships. We are doing a series on different characters of Mahabharatam, and currently we are talking about Dhritarashtra. So Virata Parvam is also over. Now we enter Udyoga Parvam. Udyoga Parvam, there are a lot of negotiations going on to prevent the war, and Duryodhana does not accept anything. And Dhritarashtra over here is actually helpless because his son is wielding all the power. And Dhritarashtra, however toxic he is a victim of his son. And the world is not split into perpetrators and victims. And each one of us have a different level of toxicity and different level of toxicity in each relationship. And if it is a healthy relationship, it is wonderful. But most relationships in our lives are not healthy. For us to have a healthy relationship, first we need to make ourselves a healthy person, and then the other person also should be healthy. And as we and in an unhealthy relationship, it's usually the person who is more toxic who is the perpetrator, and who is the less toxic who is the victim of one relationship can be a perpetrator in the other relationship. There are a lot of cases of this. Of this, there is a very very famous and very common proverb in Telugu. Atta మీద కోపం దుత్త మీద చూపించినట్టు. It's like there is a daughter-in-law, and the mother-in-law keeps scolding her, keeps abusing her because she's powerless over there. She's the victim there. And then she turns, and when she's basically doing her work, and there are things that she can show her anger towards. She's very abusive to the utensils and stuff. Well, over here the utensils do not have life, and they are inanimate objects, so it's like it is not technically a victim. It is her way of dealing with her anger. But usually what happens is she shows it on the children, or her husband. So usually whenever a toxic person it's various levels of toxicity, and when this daughter-in-law becomes the mother-in-law, she herself abuses her daughter-in-law. So it is a cycle of different levels of toxicity, and unless the relationship is healthy, which is very rare, it is always one person is the abuser and the other person is the victim. And the abuse is various levels. Sometimes most of the abuse is manageable. The issue occurs when the abuse crosses a certain limit. So low level abuse, each of us have been going through at various levels and in various relationships. And when it crosses a certain limit, it becomes problematic. And a lot of texts have addressed this, and a lot of texts have addressed how to deal with this and how to become a healthy person ourselves. And when we become healthy, that is half the work done. When the other person is also healthy, that is the other half. And that relationship between those two healthy people, that is a healthy relationship. And it does not mean that every relationship of a healthy person is healthy. No, a relationship between two healthy people is healthy, and a relationship between a healthy person and a toxic person is toxic. a relationship between a toxic person and another toxic person is is a is a game of seesaw. Both of them are abusing each other. Both of them are exploiting each other in different ways. And Dhritarashtra is a very toxic person, but he's also the victim of his son. If you like my content, please hit the like button and share your experiences in the comment section below. Please share my videos with people you feel would benefit from my content, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Until we meet again.